Hi, boys and girls. We are starting lesson 9 today. You should have done some vocabulary review on a flippity matching activity. And now we're going to move into the spinal cord and brain. This is using chapter 6 again from your reader. You can go back to yesterday's work and listen to me read chapter 6 again as you're working on 9.1. You can listen to it on the Amplify app, or you can read it yourself. You can reread yourself. So the directions say, answer each of the following questions by first reading the question silently, then writing the answer on the line. Write the page number where you found the answer. If you need a hint, look in the brain on the back of this page. Some words may be used more than once. So they give you some of the words back here in this brain. You can use those. I've given you all of the page numbers, so you can go ahead and pause the video and write down the page numbers that you need. So now what you're going to do, you're going to keep out 9.1 as you read or listen to chapter 6 again, and you're going to find the answers to all of these questions. When you're finished with that, you're going to come to the back of the page, and I'm going to do one of these questions, so you're only going to choose from 2 questions because it says choose one question out of the following 3 to answer. You're going to choose either question 1 or question 2 because Mrs. Goshert is going to show you how to do this with question number 3. Okay, so the question that I am answering is question number 3. Question number 3 says, how is the medulla, also called the brainstem, similar to the stem of a tree? Now, in the directions, it tells you you're not going to find the exact answer in the chapter. You need to use the information you're getting and come up with an answer. So when I read in the chapter, let me get my book here, and it talks about the medulla on page 45 in the chapter. And what it says is, the medulla, or brainstem, is located at the base of the skull in the back, right where the spinal cord meets the brain. So when I think about a tree is kind of the base or stem of a tree and supports everything else. So what I'm going to say for my answer is, the medulla and tree stem, tree trunk, are similar because they are both bases, sort of foundations. And page 45 in the text is what helped me answer that question. It didn't say that in the book, but that's what helped me. That was the information that helped me make that connection. So you may not do choice number 3. You may do choice number 1, which says, explain whether or not you can have a concussion in your big toe. And number 2 says, decide if scratching an itch is a voluntary or involuntary movement and state why. So for choice number 1, you're going to want to find the pages in chapter 6 that talk about what a concussion is and decide whether or not you could have one in your big toe and tell us why. Now, choice number 2, you're going to find where it talks about voluntary and involuntary movements, and you're going to decide, I just scratched an itch, right? Is scratching an itch a voluntary or involuntary? Remember, voluntary means we think about it, involuntary, we don't think about it. So that's your assignment. You're doing all of the front of 9.1 as you read or listen to chapter 6 again. And then you're going to answer either question choice 1 or choice 2. I can't wait to see how you do with this, boys and girls. Take your time, work hard.